In that backfired news, submitted by...
That backfired.
Is that what it is?
That.
The backfired.
I'm an American immigrant.
backfired.
Leave me alone.
That backfired.
You immigrated to Canada?
That backfired news, Geo, submitted by Catnip. A reporter who exposed a man's racist tweets was later fired after readers found his own offensive tweet.
What an idiot.
Cancel culture, motherfuckers!
This happens all the time.
Cancel culture.
That'll never happen to me because I'm already racist.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll never call out people for their racism.
Yep.
No, don't. I say gook all the time. I don't say it all the time.
You do?
I say it when I talk about the movie.
I feel like...
I say it when I talk about Korean people.
But you go ahead. But you go... Okay, I'm a Korean person. I'm gonna turn around.
한국.
No, that's just Korean person.
just Korean.
In Korean.
That's just Korean. You know where there is nothing offensive is for Filipinos. I've never been offended by anything. I've been called chink. I've been called Buddha. I've been
Is there
called...
anything specific for Filipinos?
They say it's flip. But that's just
not very offensive.
fucking little island person.
That's like honky to me. I'm like, that sounds kind of like a nice noise.
It just sounds like slang for Filipinos.
Wait, hold on. So people are like, hey, honky. You're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like a little honk, like honk, honk.
How about cracker? That's my favorite derogatory term.
Yeah, mine too.
for white
Yeah,
people.
it's. I mean, it's,
I like
it
cracker.
goes great with soup. I mean, it doesn't sound bad to me.
I know, you guys don't have anything bad.
sound bad.
You know,
That's not
Feel good-
a
feel good
bad
still.
word, I think, Guilo.
Does it mean like white devil or something?
The literal translation, yes, but it's used as
Like a
a
white
just general
person?
term.
It's just saying like whitey, but it doesn't really mean anything bad though.
I feel like the offensive thing for white people
Howie.
now is when someone just goes like, fucking white person.
Sure.
It's kind of offensive.
I think, yeah,
That's like the one now, I feel like.
Sure, probably.
You feel it a little bit?
I never feel it. No.
Or what if they call you racist?
That's...
Oh yeah.
In what context?
You're white racist. Like, you're white, so therefore you're racist.
Oh yeah, sure. I am.
That's what Sam
Sorry guys,
told
one
me.
second. We're all white right now.
Sam Tripoli said that the worst thing you can call a white person is racist when they aren't a racist.
Yep.
Yeah.
Makes racist like not
I think
a word
any
that's-
person that's not racist and you call them racist.
I'm not racist, but you could call me racist. It doesn't hurt my feelings.
Yeah. I think it's more damaging if you say it to a white person that's not racist and everyone just assumes that, then the word loses its meaning for actual racist people. Yeah.
And it has, man. I hear that now and I laugh half the time, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I had the power to be racist. I just don't have power in this world.
Yeah.
Okay, so this story here.
And when you wear those glasses, you don't look oppressed.
That's true.
So this story here is about two guys. The first one is this guy. His name is Carson. He was at this college game day program, ESPN's college game day program, and he held up a sign that said Busch Light supply needs replenished, and then he put his Venmo username under it. So this is Carson, right? He did this, which led to him going viral to the point where Busch Light put his face on a can.
What?
That's
this.
dope. That's fucking cool.
Because he started getting a ton of donations, and he said, like, after he bought his beer, he was like, all right, the rest of this is gonna go to a children's hospital.
Did he get like $1 million or some shit?
So he's been, yes, exactly. So then he said,
Insane.
That's the power of white, my friend. It's a mighty power.
Yeah, white people do come together.
Lucky.
See? Isn't that
You know
nice?
why? There's a lot of them in America. A lot of them.
so the beer company and Venmo said that they would,
It's like a Twilight Zone.
they would match the donation.
Huh?
Dude, I've been watching that every night. We've been watching it.
Really?
Anyway, so Carson, so then that's when this other guy named Calvin gets into the picture. Aaron Calvin, he's a reporter for the Des Moines Register.
Is he the hater?
So he did a piece on him, like a profile. He worked on a profile for Carson, who's 24 years old.
Oh.
And that's when Aaron, at the very bottom of this profile piece that he did on Carson, he mentioned that he did say some racist things on his Twitter back in the day, and this is when he was 16 years old.
Ugh.
But they're saying that he said this very like, just kind of like, as a reporter, I felt like I needed to report everything I found, and if people were donating to this cause, like,
Fuck that fool.
Yeah, don't give money to children.
Yeah, take the money away from the children.
Because this guy, what he could have done as a young man is kept all that fucking money, had a party with all of his friends, went to Vegas and did some coke, whatever, but he chose And he's a better man than me because I wouldn't use all that and give it to a fucking kids fund. Fuck those kids.
can we
That
call
shit's
this-
gonna be spread between me and my friends, and we're going on a trip.
Yep.
All right, so then when Aaron reported that, he started getting a whole bunch of death threats, and like people were like, "What the fuck? Are you serious? Like, how are you gonna attack this person that's trying to do something good?"
Good.
Plus, this was from 7 years ago.
I hope that guy dies, actually.
So then, that's when people started digging up Aaron's.
Nice.
And they found tweets including derogatory language against black people, gay people, same-sex marriage, and women.
There you go. There we go.
Yes on 8.
Yeah, so this is Aaron, by the way. Aaron Kelvin.
That's the reporter?
A reporter, yeah.
He
looks like a reporter for sure.
He looks gay.
What? No, he doesn't.
He looks like he could be a reporter DJ.
But so he's out here trying to call him out and be a hall monitor, but he himself
So here's the thing.
was a fucking, he had bigoted tweets and all that when he was a kid.
Oh, he wasn't a kid when he did, or
How old was he when he did the offensive tweets?
Last month?
said he was 18 in high school. Yeah, so I guess they were both kids when
Still
they did
kids.
this. But anyway, so then, so Aaron is saying that he feels abandoned because the paper that he worked at gave him 2 options, either resign or get fired.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so then he was saying like, dude, that's fucked up because you guys knew, like I brought this information to you before it published. I asked you, should we even publish this piece like of information that I got?
they
I found
approved
on
it.
this- Exactly, they approved it up to like the head or the editor. And so he just feels like, the fuck, dude, you guys all approved of this and then I don't have a job anymore.
I don't have his back. I feel like if you try to hold someone up to a standard, and you better be squeaky clean yourself. But if not, I think,
True, I don't have his back, but what he's just saying is his team who approved it and read all of that,
yeah.
they didn't have his back.
There is no more ultimate kill shot right now in the current social media environment than hypocrisy, right? If you come out and say somebody did something and then they find out you did it, you're basically social media dead.
Yeah.
Like people fucking wreck you constantly about it, which is funny. Because we're all hypocrites, right? Like just wait till even 10, 20 years from now when people are running for House, Senate, whatever the fuck, and it's like, hey, we found your Xbox Live account.
Oh, I'm screwed.
Oh, right. It's gonna be nuts. Like all the shit talking.
That's recorded? Like
No, but I'm saying if that was ever discovered, everyone's fucked. Because everyone's just being a shithead online and saying stupid things just to be
Yeah,
fun.
what I hate about this, it's just there's people that are just searching for this. Their like main goal is to just find it, like to take time to actually search through all this just to find it. They really just could have left it at, okay, cool, money.
What are your thoughts on, let's say...
It's weird. Because we were listening to Chris D'Elia's podcast this morning, like driving here, and he was literally talking about the same thing, how it's weird, because he always says it's weird. Yeah. So that's all I was saying.
Weird that people search, they take time to search for it.
Yeah.
To go back to that long ago,
That's fucking weird.
weird.
For sure. But
It's like obsessive ex-girlfriend shit.
Yeah.
that's kind of where I want to get to, where it's like, what if you saw that, like for example, the SNL guy, what if you listened to his podcast, you were a fan of his back, it was not even that long ago, and then you remember him saying that, and then you find out that he got hired, and you bring it up because you're like, the fuck, like I stopped listening to him back then because of this reason. Not that I would support that either, but I guess like that to me is a little different than, let me go dig up, like what can I find?
For me, it all depends on how people react and what they do afterwards. Because on here, JK News, we said a lot of crazy fucking shit. There's things that we changed our perspectives on and things like that. I want to leave it all up because that to me is a way to show growth, and humans should personally.
Yeah, people change.
You should change. But in a lot of cases, people don't know how to apologize. People don't know how to change. People don't know how to self-reflect. So I think that the way that people handle shit is what gets them fired.
Yeah, like that one guy that was on SNL, let's say they did dig it up, or if they didn't, let's say it was your scenario where they've already just been listening to his podcast and he gets called out on it. When he replied back on Twitter, he was using Twitter kind of like as a way to kind of just brush it off. He's like, oh, I guess some people just don't like my comedy. But if you really embrace it, hey, that was me 2 years ago. I'm a completely different person now. I'm so sorry for saying that. I would probably be even a bigger fan of him.
Yeah, so the whole thing here with Carson, which is the first guy with the sign, he actually, the governor, Iowa's governor, made Saturday as Carson King Day because they said you can make a mistake in your life and still go on to do amazing things.
Thank you.
At Carson King 2, thank you for reminding us all of that. Hashtag Iowa proud.
Yeah.
Is that a crazy thought now?
That's wild.
There was one video.
That people can evolve?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, there's one video that I watched from this truck driver it was just a vlog of him talking, and he was a former member of the KKK. And then he talks about like his process in getting involved and like why he was afraid of. He was like, why he hated minorities is because he was afraid of them, and he was insecure, and then all these things were
Damn,
going
that's tight.
on. Yeah, and then he was like, at the end of the day, I think like I was trying to prove myself, but I was just a small barking chihuahua. And then I was like, oh, I actually like this guy now.
Yeah.
And I think that it doesn't matter to me what he did like in the past, if he was a criminal, if he did anything or whatever. To me, I'm like, I like to see people evolve and learn and
Yeah,
self-reflect.
like what happened to society? Because like, aren't there so many pastors and stuff that talk about how they used to be gang members back in
Yeah.
the day, and like now they're like leaders in the community, but.
Or pastors who are like, I used to fuck on kids, but now I changed. I think that's pretty nice. Don't you all think?
Adults now.
I got moved from this church and now I'm on this church, and I think that's pretty cool.
Did he stop the kid fucking?
See? Excuse me? What was
Did he stop the kid fucking?
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I think that's one of those things, though. It's kind of hard to forgive. I learned my lesson, guys. I don't fuck kids no more.
That's what
Even say that out loud, I'm like, ugh.
That's what I'm saying. So even with the Shane Gillis thing, right? If I was like, "Hello, everybody, I'm doing a stand-up tonight. I hate black people," and then I'm like, and then everyone's like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's just my style. That was my joke, everybody." Like, you have a right to fucking be like, "Yeah, you suck, dude. That wasn't funny."
Yeah,
You know what
that's
I mean?
true. Yeah.
That's all. Like, that's what I think gets lost in the Shane Gillis thing, because I know a lot of comics who are like, let him fucking say whatever, and I'm down too. Say whatever, but we have a right to judge you too.
But you also
The market
need to know
decides.
that
Yeah.
there's consequences for you not executing your joke well. Because in comedy, it's a give and receive. Like, if the fans don't like it, or the people and the audience don't like it, they have the right to boo. And then people are acting like, oh, you don't know good comedy.